Here we are once more. I just want to edify you about what kingdom life is about. Um, First of all, I want to let you know that we are not here to preach to you. We are not here to tell you about um, all the things that you are familiar with hearing. What kingdom life is about is preparing people, kingdom citizens, for the kingdom. You can be a kingdom citizen living in this world, living life of purity, living life of cleanness, right? And holiness. And you don't really need to be subduing or giving in to the system of immorality, right? What we have seen is that the church have failed humanity. Humanity have been failed by the church. The same system that preaches one thing and then do another. Society has been failed by that system. I am not here to create a system. What we're trying to do is to create a community where we can get to that oneness, where we can live in unity, where we can live in harmony, where we have that source, a community that we can turn to in times of down, in times of hurting, in times of needing support. And that's what Kingdom Life strives to create, a community of oneness and preparing people to live a life of holiness. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, and when I was growing up, I used to say that, I want to live life pure and holy. That even if there is no heaven, I would have lived a life of clean and holiness, purity on top of it. So kingdom life strive to do just that. All right. So if you're really fed up with what's happening in the church, and I must tell you that I have been hurt by the church too, and that's a story that I will share some other time, right? And I have seen the evil that has been done out of the church system, more specifically the Catholic system. But you know what? I have grown in the church, and the church has back then has positive impact on my life. The people who I knew then, the community that I knew, it was a positive one. Now what you find is that church is what you go to show off, you go to bling bling, and you go to do everything in a contrary to what I the old time religion was, if I may put it that way. So what it is that we don't really want to be we don't want to be arguing with each other. We don't want to be fighting each other. I don't want to be pushing things down your throat that you're not able to swallow. We want to be able to speak the language and understand it together, because what we have is this: the church has brainwashed. They have teach people things that they themselves don't know. People don't know. They come to hear things, they go back home confused. I oftentimes fall in that trap when I was younger, right? But what you find is this: you have to now take that responsibility of edification. What that means, you have to edify yourself. You have to know what it is that you are getting involved into, and you need to not just know about what you're getting involved into, but you also need to understand that along the journey, you are responsible to make sure that whatever comes inside of your temple, you are responsible for that. So as we are told that we are not supposed to be moved or swayed by every wind of doctrine, right? But we have to be firm in knowing what it is, right? So even though there are many doctrines out there, even though there are many stories, even though there are many cars, even though there are many houses, even though there are many apartments, even though there are many girls, even though there are many men, you have to know which one is best for you, right? And that is the bottom line. What we're trying to get at here is that you know what is best for you by educating yourself, by getting yourself in tuned with resource and knowledge, that when you come across something that makes sense, you will know it. You will not be questioning it because you know exactly what it is, right? So I just want to let you know that we want to create a community, and we want you to come and be a part of that community. We want you to subscribe to this channel. We want you to share this channel, and we want you to hit the notification so that you can know what is coming out. We want to create a community. We're going to be creating a community on Facebook as well, right? And it's just we want you to understand that even though you're in your home, the people, your neighbor is the person next door to you, right? That's what I say. But your neighbor is everyone who you comes in contact with. That's my neighbor. That's my neighbor. And you and your neighbor doesn't always gonna see eye to eye, and you don't have to be friends, but there should be that common nullity of understanding between each other, because guess what? We all need each other at the end of the day. No matter how cruel, evil, or wealthy you are, we all need each other at the end of the day. And we know that the richest men in the world, some of them, they have said things that are shocking and alarming to those who are desiring or pursuing wealth. And some of these guys are like, yeah, money is not all. The vanity, the material of this world is not all. You know what it is, guys? When you have peace within your soul, when you know who you are, when you know where you're going, when you know yourself, when you have a family that you can go and empty yourself to, when you have a community that knows where they're going, that have substance, that you can trust, and you can grow together. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That is the peace that money cannot bring. Let me tell you something. Money cannot buy the happiness that desires from within. Yes, it can do the bling bling, it can do the external things, the material things, but there's also the fleshly desire of happiness, peace, that a lot of us yearn for, desire, but never achieve it. And not because you don't achieve it yet, that doesn't mean you cannot achieve it. So our kingdom life is here. We want to come together. When you just spread the word with your friends, your family, we want to come together. We want to be able to gather. We want to be able to learn from each other, build up each other. We want this to be about educating each other, because you know what? We have been educated or been receiving education from everybody else except ourselves. You're not fool. No, you're not fool. You're just not given the opportunity for your voice to be heard. But you're not a fool. You're not dumb. You're not as stupid as the world dictates or puts it that you should be. You're more than that. Scientists have said that we have only used 10% of our brain capacity. So the other 90% is left unused. What are you doing with yours? Let us come together in the Kingdom Life community, preparing ourselves for the kingdom, preparing our life for the kingdom, living a life of purity, even in this earth, as kingdom citizens. Because we're not here to stay forever. And you and I know that. I don't need to quote scripture to say that we're not here to stay forever. We have all, at some point in time in our life, have lost a loved one. We never see them again. Not in this life. So I'm not here to fool you. I don't want you to fool yourself. And I won't allow you to fool me. So what I'm saying is this. Live a life of purity. And, there's two great commandments that the scriptures present to us. And one is to love your God, your Creator, with everything that is within you. And the second to that is to love your fellow men as yourself. And I'm urging you, my brothers and my sisters, my fellow kingdom citizens, that we need to learn how to cohabit, how to coexist, how to love each other as love should be. And just as I said love a while ago, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot love someone if you do not love yourself. And oftentimes we are not even able to love because we didn't receive love ourselves. How can you give something that you have never received? And it's not too late. I want to tell you that it's not too late. The Kingdom Life community will be able to help you if you're willing to allow the community to help you. And guess what? You have resources. You have something within you that is going to help the community and it's going to help someone within the kingdom realm. So I'm just excited. I just want you to understand that this is bigger than you. It's bigger than I. It's bigger than us. But it is a necessity. It's a necessity. It is a necessity. It's a need. And I just want to encourage you that as you go, remember again to subscribe to this channel, to check out our Facebook page, to check us out on Instagram, and you know what, stay in tune with the community. And you know what, right now as you're ending this video, remember to like and to subscribe to the channel and ask any question you want to ask below. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know everything. And if you ask a question and I don't know it, I'm going to find out the answer and I'll get back to you. That's a commitment from me. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the community, the Kingdom Life community. Tell me what you disagree with. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me how, even at this get-go, what is needed in the community that we can put together, what we can build to achieve that greatness that is all within us, right? I want to encourage you all to, share that love. Give that love. Some of us, we're so evil that the Bible says that we do not go to sleep if we do not plan some evil thoughts or some evil intent, if we do not have some evil going on in our head. That's how evil and messed up we are. And it is so far that we can see that, I don't know, guys watch the news where this Asian guy take his firearm shooting after a black kid. Man, I don't care. I don't care. Like a kid, this is a bit far, but that's how evil and messed up we are. And I just want to use that example. So until then, this is Shepherd Randall, and I thank you for listening to me thus far, if you have listened thus far. And I'm asking you to share this with your friend. Tell them to subscribe, tell them to tune in, tell them to check in. We're gonna do this thing, right? We're gonna start to meet once a week, chats and stuff, and edify each other, and pour it out and open it and be who we were meant to be until things changes. But until then, man, I just thank you for chatting. Leave a comment below. It's important for you to comment below, so that we can really address what's going on. And as I said to you, no hard feelings, but the church has failed. It is failing. And don't get up taking your money, your hard-earned money, given to these hustlers. All right? Help someone next door you that really need help. Take your money and help that person that really need help. You know what I mean? So I don't care. I have a lot of discussions with many pastors from many denominations, and most of them, they don't know if they're going or coming. They're hustlers. I don't want to call names, but guess what? As we go along together, you will know more about where I'm coming from, what I've been through, and I will learn about where you're coming from and what you have been through. And together we can help each other to be stronger, proud, bold kingdom citizens, because we were aspiring for that. But along the way, evil stepped in, even in the very place where we were looking for good to happen. Evil stepped in and bumped us off that path. So if you're a pastor and you're listening to this, check yourself. Yes, you're a hustler. That's okay. Do your thing. But remember that you are not accountable to yourself. And we all shall give an account on that day. I see you then. I rest my case. So that's a little bit about what Kingdom Life is about. All right. Thank you and see you. See you soon.